right now, gas corporations pay a smaller marginal tax rate than a nurse. And sometimes they pay $0 in tax. The revenue from gas exports this year could be anywhere between $79 and $107 billion, which means that gas corporations could make a windfall profit, unexpected profit, of up to $57 billion, which is an enormous amount of money, which wouldn't be so much of a problem if Australians actually got a fair share from those gas export revenues via tax. So we're at this really critical moment where we're staring down this massive housing and cost of living crisis. People are paying through the nose for fuel, for rent, for mortgages. And the Australian government is sitting on a potential gold mine.
But you're going a lot further than people like Independent Senator David Pocock, who's calling for a 25% tax on Australia's LNG exports. Like, you're calling for a 50% tax. That's a big jump.
It is. And let me be clear, a 25% tax on gas export revenues would be a massive improvement on the status quo, right? But what we've done with this report is look at Norway. What we found is that while they tax profits, they tax the profits of oil and gas companies at 78%. It's actually comparable to about a 59% tax on revenue, oil and gas revenue, export revenue. And so we've looked at that in Australia and said, well, let's do something similar and go for 50%. Now, to give you an idea of just how much money the Australian government could collect with a tax like that, that would be the equivalent of giving every household in Australia, every single one, $5,000.
Max, are you confident the government will act on this in the upcoming budget? What do you think might happen here?
Certainly in my time in Parliament, what I observed the Labor Party often did was they would refuse to do anything. But if public pressure got big enough, they just did a little bit, enough that they thought would avoid them having to do anything real, relieving public pressure. And so part of the reason we're putting out this report now is to help build and contribute to that broader public campaign to make it clear to the Labor Party people have had enough. And my message to any Labor Party MP is if you don't want to go the way of the dodo, then put pressure on your government to at least make sure that the Australian public receives some benefit out of this massive huge surge in oil and gas prices.